Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. We're going to be talking about an Everest cylinder by Schlage. Great cylinder. If you've ever pinned up one of these bad boys in your commercial buildings, you're going to appreciate this video tonight. I'm going to show you just how to do it using a Pro lock. It's the LT350. $32 worth of heaven. We're going to pin up a cylinder using this block. Great block, and we're going to show you just how to do it. So let's get into the video. I think you're going to appreciate it. And there's a little sidebar pin. Look at this. That locks in the housing. So how do we deal with all this stuff? We're going to find out. So they're all 6 pins will be bit to the number 1 cut. That's how they'll come, straight from the factory, in a box. You're going to need yourself a pinning tray. I like this A1. It shoots great in videos, and you might have your favorite, but this is mine right now. So you got to have a pinning tray. You're going to need your Pro lock, LT350, 32 bucks. Get it from your locksmith supply house. You'll need a cylinder, and you're going to have to get this from your locksmith supply house as well. You might be able to get it on eBay, save yourself a few bucks, but they are highly sought after. Your bids will probably have to be high. All right, let's show you just how to do this. First of all, we've got to take off the nut on the back. In your pinning kit that you're going to buy from your locksmith supply house, you're going to get your nut remover, get it in the right direction here, and you just push that on there, and there's a retaining pin that holds this nut in place. Wrench has, I call them castle blocks there, the notches on the nut, and push that pin down. You see this pin right here? That's got to go down in order for the nut to turn off. That's why you need this wrench. It'll come in your pinning kit standard. So you just push it in and turn the nut off. Take that nut off, pull out the pin, and there'll be a spring. So you got the spring and the nut and the pin. Put that over there side of your pinning stand. So here it is, all taken off. There's no mystery here. They are quite involved, but still no mystery. Turn it about a quarter turn. This would be straight up. This is about a quarter. That way, this pin that's on the side here is not going to go up into the top part of the Bible of your housing, interfere with any of those. You turn it about that far. The best thing to do is push this forward first and get this little clip off the back. Almost forgot this. So get the clip off the back by pushing the cylinder plug just lightly. You don't want to pop no pins or nothing, just to clear. So you can get this out. There it is. Get that free. Now take your follower. And this comes in the kit, by the way, and it's graduated on the side so you can get master pins. You can see if there's any master pins in here, which I already know there isn't. All right, here we go. Got that off. Now there is a pin that is on the side. Oop, oop, oop. Well, I can dump all those. These are all number 1s, so we can dump all the number 1s. Okay, I want to keep this pin in place. That is your control pin. Okay guys, if you're real careful, oh, I see I just shot that bad boy out of there. That's why you don't want to pull your key out, and why you need the Paclock block. I just shot that finger pin out. So I found it. Here is the finger pin. It looks just like what it appears to be, a finger pin. Now that's kind of buried underneath the key, the bottom of the key. So if you put this bad boy in, it won't go back in this way until you pull the key out. And then it'll clip back underneath there. So what you need in order to pin this up very easily and not try to hold all this together with your hands is you need the block by Padlock. I'll put a link in the description. So just get that from your locksmith supply. And now I can pull the key out and the block is holding everything in. Don't want to lose this thing. And you want to point this down. Make sure the conical end, which is the pointed end of this pin, is facing down towards the key. So everything will be cool. Now we got it like that. I've already got all the master wafers and the bottom pins set up for my master key system. So we'll start right off with the first chamber, and you want to have the conical end, that pointed end is going to be facing down, closest to the face of the plug. And they're kind of fat, so you're not going to have any problem grabbing them. You just go ahead and just put them right in. This tray, you have to be straight up on top of it, and my hand gets in front of the camera. The tray is square, these holes, and most trays aren't like that. They're kind of roundy. I'll put all these in. As you can see, they're just going right down in there. And then I put the last one in. Now I put all the masters, and they're a number 2 master. I built a master key system on, it's called Master King by HPC. Only use this tray by A1, who has went out of business. The company went out of business. But I use it because it's such a great tray for video. You can see the pins in there. It's cool. All right. I'm going to keep the top drivers and springs intact. That's why I have a follower. Follower holds all that so none of the pins come out. I know there's no master pins, and how you would check that, turn this. What happens is the springs push the top drivers down, and if there were any master wafers, they would show themselves right now. But there aren't any, so I want to get this back in position. I do like this follower. It has dual purposes, follower and a master ejectors. There we go. Easy for me to say. We've got it just like that. Now, we have to put in a key. Otherwise, when I pull this out, that finger pin's gonna blow out of there. So what we want, I'll just do this key. We'll see if that works. Take our time. Kind of cool looking anyway. Now I did this all on purpose, guys. I want to show you, you can't do it without a setup key. It has to be an S setup key, and it has to be cut to a number 7, I believe it is. Number 7 cut all the way. And so take your key machine, cut it to 7, and then take a file and knock all the highs off. Otherwise, this is what's going to happen to you. All that. Your pins are all going to fall all over the place. You need the key to go all the way in to hold the finger pin in. So you need a setup key, a number 7 cut. Just show you what I'm talking about. Let's put these pins back in. All those master wafers. Yeah, they're all back in. Now watch this. You just put in your setup key, and I shoved that in, and none of those wafers flew out of place. I can take the cylinder out, and I'm not going to flip it over, but I can take the cylinder out, and the finger pin, well, maybe I will. I don't really want to do this, but the finger pin down here, right there, is in place with the setup key and the block. Now I turn a quarter turn with the setup key, and there we have it. Schlage did not make anything easy, by the way. There must have been a patent restriction or something that created this horrible problem. Put it in just like that. Pull it back out. Put this back underneath. Get it lined up. There we go. Now I got it back in place. I can pull the setup key out. I can put in the original key. Let's put in a master and see if I wreck this thing. There we go. Yeah, I did. What I did wrong. Put in a number 1 instead of a 5 pin. And that's easy to do because in my pinning kit, the 1 is below the 5 and I just grabbed a 1. I'm so sorry, guys. But the Shim Ninja got me out of the problem. So let's go ahead and pin it back up again. All right, I got it in there. I shim my way out of the cylinder. Use this nice follower. I got out the number 2 top master wafers. Now let's see if I can do it right. Put in the pins again. Conical end down. Practice makes perfect anyway. Conical end down here. The sharp point because it's going in there. 1, 2, 3 setup key. Got the setup key in place. Put in the masters again. They are hard to get out of this pinning tray. The nice thing is the bottom pins are made out of nickel, so they're a different color. So you can kind of just look right in here and see if you missed a place. Come on. All right. Getting closer. Isn't that nice? One more pin. They're all in. Now I have the setup key in. I pull this out. I put this in sideways. Everything's cool. Now I can pull out the setup key. I can push this back slightly. Nothing's gonna blow. Just don't tip your cylinder. And I want to put in this bad boy. Gotta put the pin in it though. I can set this down. Pin. Put this pin in. Got that in place. I can slide the cylinder back over it. I can quite literally click it in place. And hopefully now, guys, hopefully, my master keys will work. All these keys I want to work. Let's see if the master key works. There's our master key. Oh yes, it works. All right, that all works. And we'll see if the control key works. Oh yeah, lug's going back. Everything's cool there. We'll see if this is the working key. That works beautiful. Everything's working. So let's go ahead and put on the nut. Grab the little spring. Don't want to lose that. Now this is kind of cool. See the hole in the back side? So the spring kind of gets itself inside there. You want to work it a little bit. Make sure it goes down. It did. Now I get my nut. Stick my nut over the top. Now, for the most part, you can get them started just slightly. And then you take your nut driver. And let's hope I'm not crooked. And I just push that down. Tighten that up just like so. Now what you want to do is you want to tighten it all the way up and then 2 clicks off. So 2 clicks. Get ourselves in here. Do I got the wrong side? I do have the wrong side. Right, there's 1. And we're going to do 2. There's 2. Let's see, did I do that right? I think I did. I'll check which one. That's a C key, that won't work. You know, I think I'm a little loose. I must have done 3 clicks. Easy fix. Tighten it up 1 more. Watch this. Clicked in. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, that's it. So I had 3 clicks. So there it is, easily pinned up. Easy for me to say, right? Let's see, is there anything left? No. All right, now we're gonna have the leashie show us how easy it is to pick through a C123 by Schlage and an S123 by Schlage. This will go through it in just about 30 seconds. Oh, we'll have to wait for that video. Please tell your friends, Oh, hit the thumbs up, by the way. Hit it, smash it. Smash that thumbs up. And I'll have more door and lock tips like this coming your way in the future. Thanks, guys. Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips.